Museums have long served as custodians of history, art and culture, offering a window into the past and repository of human achievement. However, the role of museums has evolved dramatically in the recent years. They are no longer static institutions focused solely on preserving artifacts. Instead, they have transformed into dynamic cultural hubs that engage communities, foster education, and stimulate dialogue. On the margins of the Wcse, one of the panel sessions focused on how technology is transforming museums, making them more interactive and accessible to wider audience. The discussion covered examples of implementation of augmented reality technologies, virtual tours, and other innovations that enhance the museum experience. Participants explored how modern technologies help preserve cultural heritage and make it more accessible. By curating diverse collections and hosting dynamic programs, museums attract wide audiences, fostering cultural appreciation and dialogue. This stimulates local economies by creating jobs, supporting artists, and encouraging creative industries that thrive around these institutions. Iconic museums such as Louvre in Paris and the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City exemplify how museums can significantly boost local tourism.
A museum of the art of today, as the Solomon Guggenheim Foundation always has been dedicated to, of course what we do is support what artists want to say and do. We also look to the modern art of the past to tell those stories better. Technology can help with that, but the art can also quite well stand on its own. So at the Guggenheim at the moment, we're especially interested in what artists are telling us that they're interested in doing. Not just using technology to translate better what we do or tell stories better than we do or open all our data on the internet. All those things are important to do. But when it comes to cutting edge technology that you're asking about, things like AI in its many different aspects, we ask artists, like artists under our LG Art and New Technology Initiative, we award a prize that's awarded every year. We've had 2 in a row. The first artist was Stephanie Dinkins, who's been working with art and technology for decades now and is very interested and effective with AI. We ask her to make art and tell us what she wants to do with it, rather than us saying as a museum, this is what you ought to be doing with AI.
The integration of cutting-edge technologies modernizes the museum experience and ensures these institutions remain relevant and competitive in the rapidly evolving creative economy. By embracing innovation, museums can continue to contribute to cultural and economic development, ensuring the sustainability and growth for future generations. With a unique blend of Asian artifacts and contemporary art, museums in Uzbekistan are redefining their roles by integrating modern technologies and practices. The State Museum of History of Uzbekistan in Tashkent houses an intensive collection of artifacts that raise the nation's history from ancient times to the present. To stay relevant in the digital age and attract diverse audience, museums in Uzbekistan are adopting several innovative practices. The integration of innovative technologies has significantly impacted visitors' engagement and the economic contribution of museums in Uzbekistan. Recent statistics indicate a 30% increase in visitors' numbers over the past 2 years due to digital tools and immersive technologies. This uptick is attributed to enhanced local interest and rise in international tourism as Uzbekistan's cultural heritage becomes more accessible and appealing. With positive outcomes of the use of AI also comes a negative impact. Secretary General of Wcse has shared her vision on the negative sides of AI in museums and possible solution towards this issue.
Artificial intelligence is an opportunity, but it's also a risk. For many of the creators, artificial intelligence can only even almost like copy, the creativity, the ideas that have been exposed by creators. That's why intellectual property is so important, but not intellectual property only for the companies, but for the communities, for the cultural heritage, for the small artists, so we need to protect them from the possibility of artificial intelligence. Well, I think that it's very important, the legal framework. And we have to establish, but the legal framework cannot be established only in one country. It has to be established for the whole world, because if not, it doesn't work. And the Organization for Intellectual Property, WIPO, that was here today also in the morning, has established a framework for intellectual property, to protect creators from artificial intelligence. And right now, the UN has agreed in the General Assembly on a global digital compact, where you have also rules that will and standards that will be developed precisely with that intention.